Welcome to the Monday edition of the HGP-sponsored Sportscast. I'm Sean Embrack. We begin by telling you that the Inter-Guyana Games opened with pomp and flair to mark the 2016 hosting in Guyana. Accompanied by the Guyana Police Force Band, the athletes and officials totaled in excess of 300 at the march past. Suriname Director of Sports said that sports should be encouraged and used to develop the athletes. The IGG provides the environment.
Bring the youth of these two countries together through sports. We all know the youth are the future, and that it's our obligation that we do all that is necessary to let them develop through sports. If we look at the history of the Inter-Guyana Games, Director, we see that most of the students that participate at the games improve their own records, and after that, they belong to the top athletes of their own countries. With the same purpose, we provide the opportunity for the students of this year and also for those who will participate the coming years to grow in their own discipline. Last year, our sporters didn't have the chance.
Education Minister Dr. Rupert Roopnarine extended a friendly and neighborly welcome to Suriname. He also noted that sports and his ministry aim to produce rounded students.
At the beginning of my tenure as a minister, I said right then that the two areas I wanted to see strengthened in our schools was sport and music. Music, because I believe that music and the other arts are very important to produce what I think every education system ought to be aiming to produce. And that is a completely rounded individual. What I think we aim to produce, and that is why in Guyana, the Ministry of Education is responsible for culture, youth, and sport, because I happen to believe that in culture and youth and sport, these are the two areas where our youth can learn the most valuable lessons. Valuable lessons about healthy competition, valuable lessons about the striving for excellence, valuable lessons about how they can outpace themselves. These to me are crucial.
Track and field followed the opening ceremony, and the presence of drums, cheers, and shouts added to the color of the excitement. Inter-Guyana Games conclude on Sunday, October 23, with Suriname taking the lion's share of the trophies and medals up for grabs. Here is more. Guyana ruled the track and field events, table tennis, male volleyball, and swimming. Suriname dominated in the futsal, basketball, male and female, badminton, and volleyball, female. While Guyana secured 80 points, overall Suriname tallied 90.
85 points. These are the official results of the Inter-Guyana Games 2016. Congratulations, Team Suriname. Congratulations.
HGP Sports caught up with athletes at Day 1 track event.
My intention was 54, but I just do the best as I can. I put in all the work and everything, and just went here and executed. But I'm still proud of the timings that I ran tonight, and I'm very thankful for that.
At what point you felt that you would have won the race or would not have won it?
Well, let's come into I was in the 200 meter, anyway, to the straight 100 meter. I thought I'm in front, I had to stay in front.
Guyana futsal team struggled most against the Surinamis, while noting the squad played to their best. Much is still required in the sport.
Actually, our team haven't played poorly, right? The guys showed great heart, given the fact that we don't play futsal in Guyana. As I said before, futsal is a different game. than the large field, whole field game. Right? The technique is different. The way you take the ball, the sole of your feet, the way you rotate as a team, it's different. In Guyana, we haven't been playing futsal. We formed association, but we haven't started doing anything yet as it pertains to futsal. Right? So I think that my guys, they work hard and we work with what we had.
Guyana's table tennis male and female teams were the standout. They played exceptional.
I think the team performed very well, excellent. I think all the players performed. We trained, we didn't take Suriname for granted. And I think the exposure was good because every opportunity that we can get to expose our players is good for them. I think especially in a multi-discipline environment, because this Inter-Guyana Games mimics what you would have at a Commonwealth, Central American, Pan-American Games, and I think it's good to have the athletes socialize with other athletes.
Suriname summed up the games.
Tool to strengthen the relationships between countries, to strengthen the friendship between countries, and certainly to create more sympathy between neighboring countries. That's why the value of the Inter-Guyana Games should never be underestimated. These youngsters, Director, they are the leaders of the future. The earlier we can create a bond between them, the better our future will be. By making sure that our youngsters come together in these Inter-Guyana Games, we put together the foundation for the future.
Guyana Sports Director graded the hosting of the games at 85% but cited shortcomings where improvement can be made for the future.
I would sum this up as a rounding success. On a scale from 1 to 100, I would rate that in terms of our logistics and execution, 85%.
Improve on anything for these games next year. What would you want to improve on?
All right, well, for me, it will be the facilities. I note that while the games were being had at both the gymnasium and the Cliff Anderson Sports Hall, it was quite hot. In fact, what I had done for the 2017 budget, I would have submitted a proposal to have the Cliff Anderson Sports Hall air conditioned. We don't know if that is going to be had, but that submission has been made to the Ministry of Finance. I'm not too comfortable, or wasn't too comfortable in terms of the medical team that should have been at all of the location. We had requested that medical presence at all of the host venues, along with an ambulance prepared to take the athletes, if necessary, to the hospital. We had a few, just 2 cases, of which an athlete obtained injury, and the medical person who was on site did not have the treatment for that person, and that person had to be taken to the Georgetown Public Hospital, of which when they got there, a mechanism or a regime wasn't in place to cater for that athlete immediately.
HGP Sports will bring you additional reports from the IGG Games in subsequent newscasts. Turn our attention now to football. Defending champs, St. Angelo's Primary Stars on day 3 in Courts Pee Wee tournament. Defending champs of the 5th Courts Pee Wee Under-11 tournament, St. Angelo's dispatched Tocqueville Primary on Saturday at the Banks Tourist Park, round 3 group stage. The defending champs proved that Tocqueville was not much of a threat after scoring 6-0. Omari Nelson and Sion Cato both scored doubles for the defending champions. Dexter Farrell and Antonio MacArthur placed the finishing touch on the team's goal-scoring spree with 1 goal each. The battle came as the first game in the Day 3 segment of the tournament. In the second game, Success Elementary went against School of the Nation, which resulted in a 0-0 game. In the final game for Day 3, F.E. Pollard battled with Commoners Primary. The two clashed with the aim of winning. But F.E. Pollard was victorious when Brian Wharton broke the silence in the 11th minute. Round 4 of the tournament continues Saturday, October 29th at 10 in the morning. In chess, the experienced Saeed Ali took a 0.5-point lead in the Sasha Cell National Junior Chess Championship 2016 after the third round of play concluded last weekend at the Ocean Spray Hotel. Here is Calvin Chapman with the details.
In round 2, he played with the Black Pieces in a highly anticipated showdown against Roberto Neto. Although Neto made the first mistakes of the matchup, he was able to salvage a draw. In round 3, Said showcases experience and understanding, playing the Queen's Gambit with the White Pieces against Alicia Johnson. Johnson chose the sugaring defense but lost a tactical battle as Said outplayed her. Guyana's women candidate master Sharifa Ali faced former QC student Aravinda Singh with the Black Pieces in a game of round 2, which was eventually settled as a draw. Contending for the championship as well is Joshua Gopal. In round 2 against Jaden Taylor, he lost his queen to a simple knight fork and then immediately resigned. In round 3, he should have won a theoretical Philippe D'Or rook endgame, but Aravinda Singh placed his rook behind the pawn and earned himself another draw. Other games saw Nelisha Johnson winning a possible drawn game on time against Gansham Ali John. This game lasted for 70-plus moves. The final standings after round 3. First, Said Ali, 2.5 points. Second, Roberto Neto, 2. Third, Sharifa Ali, 2. Fourth, Joshua Gopal, 1.5. Fifth, Aravinda Singh, 1 point. 6th, Gansham Ali John, 1. Jaden Taylor in 7th with 1. And Alicia Johnson, 8th with 1 point. Round 4 and 5 kicks off next Saturday at the Ocean Spray Hotel from 10 a.m.
That concludes our sports class. We want to thank you for staying tuned. Do join us here again tomorrow, Tuesday, when we bring you another edition of the HGP Sportscast. Be a good sport. I'm Sean Mbrak saying